foremost, I want you to look at frames. When you pick up a machine, before you run it, before you look at it, before you do anything, smell it. Is it American? Is it American cold hard steel or iron? Number one. Number two, lick it. Just kidding. Don't lick it. Probably has someone's germs on it. Because you guys are so scared about the germs. So for you haters out there that told me I had dirty gloves, I thought about it and I was like, so that people wouldn't say, wow, you have dirty gloves. And so you wouldn't have to change them out every line you did and waste money. Gloves are money. I thought about it and said, these haters are fucking stupid. Okay, well, I'll solve the dirty glove problem. How about that? That's using my brain. You can't outsmart me, you can't outdo me. You're not going to see blood with this, and you're not going to see the dirty glove. So you're not going to know if I changed them or not. Assholes. How about that? That's why shops wear black gloves. You can't see the blood, you can't see the dirty gloves. How many tattoo artists in a shop do you see change out their gloves every 2 seconds? You kidding me? Get over it. You're apprentices. When you guys are hating on me for sanitary purpose, you're hating because you're an apprentice and you're not a tattoo artist. You're a wannabe. Have fun with it. Let's get on. So, what you want to do is you want to pick that machine up and feel it. Seriously, smell it. You can smell if it's a good... I can. Smell if it's a good machine. Know that every machine that I build you guys will be smelled by me. Every single one. This one's been dipped in oil for Tetina base. And a nice oil finish there. Straight iron. Nice little J-frame. Fucker runs smooth, ladies and gents. This is my newest addition to the Yacha. This is my newest bad boy runner. Straight 24WG SX copper wire, magnetic. And we run hardcore at 5 volts. 5 volts, ladies and gentlemen. 5.2 volts. 5.2. Let's go to 7. Usually you operate yours between 7 and 8 probably. Let's go up to 7 and 8. This is, right there is 3.6 volts. Light shading. Let's go up to 7. 7.2. Ooh, that's too hard. You couldn't do anything with that. You're going to slice somebody open at 7.2 volts. Drop that back down. There we go. A little more. Right there. Be here to kick it. Yep. That's it. No spark. Little one, you know, but nothing to shake your dick at. I don't even think there is one. Good runner. No vibration in this. It's a beauty, guys. That's a good machine. Now you're talking into the 300 and up. Okay? Feel it. Feel the weight of that. It's beautiful. Here's a Joey. I've ran through this one. I've totally rebuilt the Joey D. Most people wouldn't fucking touch his machines. They're like, nope, I don't want to mess with it. I want it to stay exactly how it is. Not me. I reverse engineered. A great hard hitting. Look at that. 5.2 volts. Hitting like a beast. Hitting like a beast. Look at the stroke on it. Look at that. Beautiful. Not one spark. That's how you want them to run, ladies and gents. Okay? This is a color packer right here. You see the angle on that thing? That's going to slam down your... That's a diving board. Bam, 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 bam. Right up in that skate. Fuck yeah, that feels good. That's perfect right there. I don't even want to touch the voltage. It's actually perfect. So that's 2 machines down at 1 volt at the same voltage. Let's try another new one that I got to the team that I got from a good friend of mine, a custom build, custom cut. I actually drew this one on one of my designs. Didn't even know I'm on the right path. So mine was a little different, but it's because if you notice, there are rules to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there are rules to the game. This is a Joey D, and this is a custom design. They're all both custom. One's famous and one's, well, can't go there. He's famous from where he's from. And this is my design as well. So it's part of my design, but there are machines already out there that were similar to this. I made this one thicker on purpose. This was a special build. Okay, it was an experiment, and I'll tell you what, it drops color like you wouldn't believe. It lines, it packs, it shades. It does 3 all applications at a low voltage. The shit drops in and it's basically healed. I dropped these lines on the pit bull yesterday, last night. There's no scabbing, it's already healed. It's like it went under the skin, stayed there, skin was already over the top. We were healed. I don't need nothing on it. There is no scabbing, and it's totally dark on that pit. You can see the pit right here, the line work that I did right up in here. Boom, I dropped that. There's nothing there. Down here too. There's nothing there. And it's dark as fuck. Okay, you're talking a 20-year-old tattoo by Pinky. Pinky Yun is the one who did this pit bull. And that was way back in the early mid-90s. Anyhow, there are similarities here, ladies and gentlemen. So the similarities are the distances and the angles. Okay, let me grab the other Joey. Ain't no joke. So we have some similarities here, and they're the angles. Tell me what you see similar in both these frames. I'm gonna let you look at it for a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Huge similarities. The builders are worlds apart. East Coast, West Coast. Florida, Cali. Cali, Florida. Okay? There is a rule to building machines. I love how these fucking haters come on here, these little rats, and they say, it doesn't matter. Dude, it matters so much. So much. There's a way to tell if it's a liner, and there is a way to tell if it's a shader. What's that? What is it? Although you can use a liner as a shader and a shader as a liner, you could switch things out. Now, there are differences here. This machine was built specifically for half-inch coils. This machine was specifically built for 1-inch coils, which I switched them out with my own personal coils that I made, which is a shorty on a back on the rack on a stack and jack this machine up, because it runs so fucking good you don't even want to know. This setup right here, which is available on the market, I didn't invent this. This is called a candlestick right here in the back. That's a shorty on a stack, candlestick stack. This is a 1-inch coil. They're both 10 wrapped, and it just, let me tell you, it's a power horse liner. It's going to drop those lines in first zip. That's it. Period. So you're not going to have any healing problems at all. And you're going to have, so there's just a lot to this. I apply 2 pounds of pressure when I wrap these, nice and tight. They're 24 AWG magnetic copper SX wire. Very, very fucking powerful. Perfect. Nice and solid. Nice and consistent. Yeah. Beautiful. That's all I'm going to tell you. Ah. Girls, you would love this on your clitoris. Shut your mouth. Don't be talking that on damn live TV. Oh, and as far as fucking I'm on methamphetamine, that's your typical crackhead. Check it out, homie. No, this is me. This is what I do. I think constantly. And I don't sleep because I've got business to take care of. And I'm gonna sleep when I'm dead. Beautiful machines. Oh, I'm gonna take a piss test. Get that lined up for you guys, and I want to have that available. I mean, do I even have to prove anything? I'm not on nothing except for coffee. Smoke a couple cigarettes here from time to time. And nothing to prove. It's an awesome build. This is a major color packer. It just packs them in. Packs it in like... This motherfucker packs like the Marlboro Company, dude. That's all I'm going to tell you. You can't tell, but it's... If I go up in volts, I don't even need to. I can operate this at... Right there, I could shade with that. I could up it up to there, and I could color with that. I can line with that. Yep, same setting. I could do all three, for sure. So, that's how you tell. Smell it. Does it smell like American steel? Iron? Opposed to a Chinese machine. Let's get another Chinese machine out. Got a couple of these little fuckers. Let's see how things run. Let's see how these little... Oh, there's a... There you go. That's Chinese. Look at the binding post. Oh yeah. Let's look at real brass. Let's look at binding posts for a second, okay? Let's look at our next generation machine. 350, 60 bucks, 380, something like that. Let's look at the rear binding post compared to a Chinese binding post. Let's look at a good brass quality fixture versus some fake brass bullshit. Copper plated. Or brass plated. Okay, can you see the difference? This one looks gold. The fake one is so shiny that it looks like gold. On a real brass, it's going to dumb down a little bit. You have to polish them up, you know, because they tarnish. Fake shit ain't going to tarnish. And look at that. Look how thick this screw is in comparison. Okay? Look at your good machine. Very expensive machine. That's a copper contact post. And or contact screw and brass contact post. Very expensive machine. Now look at the Chinese machine. Contact screw and binding post. Now tell me if you can see a difference. Is there a difference there? Color, everything. Look how thin that is compared to that. You see what I'm saying? Do you see a difference there, guys? What I'm trying to get at? Huge difference, and I could tell in 2 seconds if what you have is shit. There's ways to tell. Even in your screws. Because these screws are special, specific material. Not special, but they're just good quality. Compared to these bullshit screws. Even the weight is different. This is a Chinese screw. And this is an American screw. Or a good quality screw. It could come from Europe. Or Swiss. There's ways to tell. Okay? So, next gen, it is the best ink on the market. Period. So, there's a couple of ways to tell. Let's do this. I want to also stress the importance of an expensive versus cheap grip and tip. Yes, even that has something to do with the quality of your tattoo work. Your grips and your tips. If you buy cheap people in this industry, you're going to produce cheap. The more money you invest into these machines and equipment and supplies, the better and better outcome your material, your artwork, your name's going to be. You're not going to see Mike DeVries operate one of these. Ain't going to happen. You'll see him run one of these. For sure. But for what he's doing, you're going to see him mess with rotaries, and I'll tell you why. A rotary machine is more consistent than, as far as oscillation is concerned and vibration, than a traditional coil. But at the same time, a rotary cannot do anything close to what we can get away with these. Which I'm going to revolutionize this and make it even better. Yes, I'm going to reinvent the wheel. I already have. So, Chinese machine. Is there a difference here, guys? Do you see a difference there at all? I mean, do you guys see any difference? Can you tell me what the differences are? The geometry, anything there? They've almost got the curve right there, but not quite. This is correct. And there's a way to tell. This front arm is just way too stupid. Look at the thickness of the material. Look at the type of the material. Look at the thickness of the rear deck. The saddle is one of the most important parts of the rear of the machine. That is what supports all the weight here. That's what supports your rear spring. Your rear spring is one of the most important aspects of your arm spring tension area. Okay, because that carries the armature bar, the needle, it carries the front and back part of things, the screw. It's very heavy there. So the saddle the rear deck has to be thick. Of course it does. That's where the main electricity is going through as well when the contacts are hitting. Am I correct? Yes. Doesn't have to be there, but that's where it is usually. Look how thin that is compared to that. That's vibration, my friend. That's a problem. Vibration is our worst enemy. So we don't want that. Same voltage. Let's see what a Chinese machine sounds like. Let's go down to 5.2 volts. Trust me, I'm not going to show you because it's too much of a hassle, but trust my word. Okay, I'm at 5.2. It's running. But what happens? You see what it's doing? Inconsistent stops. You see that? Do you want that happening in the skin? Well, it is. You don't even know that it is. You want to know why you have blowouts? First of all, foremost, you don't have the right depth control. You're moving like this. You're scratching. Stop scratching. Stop scratching. It's not scratching. We're not sketching out on the skin. We are tattooing. Okay? There is a post right here. Steel. All we can do is this. We can't do this. We have no rotation. Not in tattooing. All we have is this. You're a robot. Understand me? Fulcrum point. Skin. This is your fulcrum. Glove. Slide. Vaseline. Slide against the skin. That's depth control. Not this, guys. You see the little holes? Boom, boom, boom. You see when you use a mag, you got two deep holes on each side? That's because the two end pieces are like this and they're jabbing in and you're not lifting out of the skin. So, it's stopping. Am I right? It's stopping. No bueno. Turn it up. Ain't getting nothing out of that. It's just gonna get hung up. Hey, how come my needle's getting hung up in the skin? This why. Stops. What is that? I can hook one of my bad boys up. Well, fucker ain't gonna hang up. Yeah, right. Same voltage, I haven't touched it. Not stopping. It continues. The bog down, I can push on it, still not stopping. Okay? There's something big for you guys. There's one of the reasons right there. Now here's the problem. We got to get this up to par, up to speed, towards hitting hard enough to sink that ink into the epidermis. Am I correct? Or the dermis? Yeah, we are. Look at that. Wow, how sputtery is that? That's way too hard. That's only an 8. I'd tattoo it about that. Maybe a little more. Right about there. Yeah, with this machine. Well, this Chinese machine I would tattoo at this level, which is 6.8 volts, which is pretty good. That rear spring's way too thick. Way too, the front and rear of these springs are just way too solid. Too much tension. Way too much. But I'd tattoo at that. Now here's the problem. Even up where we tattoo at, what's happening? Ah, it's getting stuck. Look at it, it's hanging up. Can you guys see what's happening? Stopped. Struggling. Okay? That is why you're getting gray marks, scratch marks. That's one reason. The other reason is you're not maintaining proper depth or consistency. You're not also moving your hand as fast as or slow as the machine. That's the problem. You can actually get some shading out of this, I believe, the way that it's running. But that's your typical Chinese machine. Okay? Everything on this is garbage. If you pay more than $6 for this, you're wrong. You buy a kit with 4 of these bitches in it off of eBay or Craigslist, you're fucking doomed. And if you think that you're going to get one of these for $100, you're mistaken. You can't be cheap in this business, guys. I'm sorry. You just can't. I don't like it either, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. If you get this down, it's going to make you a lot of money and a good career. Look at the sound difference. Beautiful machine. Chinese machine. Rice Rock, it's kind of like the cars on the streets. You've got a Honda with some VTEC bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got a little... And then you've got a beast. Monster Chevy. V8. You got a beast. You see that bogging down? Hell no. And it's hitting. You can hear my skin. Do that with this. Chinese. Same. Garbage. In the skin, it's excess pain, excess bleeding, excess swelling, excess everything for your client that you're putting them through. Not only that, it's never going to stick. It's never going to reach the appropriate depth. I'm about to show you that. I'm going to cut this. This is Chinese, and I know that it is. There's another way to tell right off the bat Chinese machines. Look at the wraps. Look at the wraps on this. Look at the ends. Look at the wraps. They're really tight. They're like, you see that? Look at that. Look at the cores. The core colors. Look at good coils. There's a huge difference. Look at the washers. They're neoprene. They're different materials. Study the materials that we use for building. That's not here. You can't even see the washers here. You know why? Because it's plastic, clear plastic under this. It's probably black. Yeah, this one's probably black. Plastic. It's glued. You can tell. I can see the glue already. Although we glue these too. Don't get it twisted. But it's totally different case. This is real wire and real wrap, real core, real insulation. This is bullshit. They did a great job. If these were quality stuff, I mean, you can tell the machine did this. I mean, it's good quality wrapping. Don't get me wrong. It looks nice, doesn't it? It's nice and clean. I prefer rustic and dirty, if you ask me. I like machines like this that are tore up. I like beasts. This is a beast. I like beasts. That's just me. I don't like fancy, pretty like this. Oh, that's so sound. I'm straight. Let's cut this. The capacitor on this, I bet you it's a 10 or 22. They're always wrapped up as liners. Always. And if it's a 10, it's really just stupid. Let's see what that is. I'm cutting that off now. 63 volt. Z. 63. Well, it's a 47. It's a 47 cap. So they've actually made this as a shader. I wonder if all those are. Hey, maybe they have changed something here. Let's see what they've done here. Let's cut one of these wraps open real quick. Let's see what they've done. Guys, that's Snoop. Who wants to hear that fag? Oh, wait. Yeah, if this is like orange copper looking, if it's orange, not red, not green, not blue. Can't tell. Yeah, see it's orange? See how it's orange like that? That's a dead, and look at those gaps right off the bat. No good. Look at some expense. Look at my coils, okay? Look how tight those are. Look at this. You see the gaps right in here? That affects your machine. But there's the wrap, shrink wrap. It's by a machine, you could tell. It's garbage. But, yeah. Okay, I can guarantee you that this is plated. And usually what you'll see is you'll see dabs of dirt in here. You'll see a couple of globs of solder that they hold the wires together because they're so cheap. But I'm going to scrape some off for you guys so you can see that this is plated. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that with this camera that I have up. But, you see that right there? It's copper plated, people. It's copper plated. Alright, so it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. I could take this apart and I know what it looks like. It's on a plastic core. These are super glued on top. Blah, blah, blah. Garbage. It's garbage, guys. So, let's put those in the junk box. They want some